Here's a really cool illustration that I took from a publication that's on dung beetles on central and eastern North Carolina cattle pastures. It's just a really good illustration of the 3 types of dung beetles that we have. So we've got 3 types based on their nesting habits. So we have the tunnelers, the dwellers, and the rollers. I think a lot of people know about the rollers because we've seen those like documentaries from Africa where the dung beetles are rolling big pile or big balls of elephant poo around. But in my case, and specifically here in the east, I think we have a lot more tunnelers and dwellers. So the first group here, the tunnelers, as you can see, different species actually make different types of tunnels. Some of them can actually go in the ground a couple of feet. And not only is that great for taking nutrients down into the ground, but it's also great for water infiltration and aeration. Some will do one big ball with one egg, as you can see in number A. Some of them will do like tunnel B. They stack them in the tunnels, and then there's C and D. Dung beetle D, I don't know what she's doing, sleeping or watching TikTok or something, I don't know. But you'll also see that they have this loose dirt that they kind of put through the tunnels. And so I know for me that I've gone out and looked at manure pats and you'll see some loose dirt on the tops of your piles or on the sides of your piles, and that's a really good indicator that you've got some tunneling dung beetles at work there. The next group is dwellers. They can lay eggs within the manure pad itself, and they also do a little tunneling as well, just not as extensively as the tunnelers. And then the rollers, they will usually carry their dung ball, roll it away to an appropriate place somewhere else. Down below here is a couple of pictures of the same dung beetles I had in my hands earlier, Onophagus. The first picture here, kind of in the middle of the screen, is the female, and then the 2 other pictures are males. You can see that the female is actually a bit larger than the males. And one thing I want to point out to you, if you guys don't know how to identify dung beetles, most, if not all of them, have these little appendages called tibial teeth on the fronts of their legs. You can kind of see them, these little spikes on the front legs that they have, and those actually help them dig through the dirt and the mud and the manure. And so all the dung beetles, and if you see a beetle in your manure pad, it's probably a dung beetle, because most beetles don't just randomly go through dungs. But if you find them and you can see that they have those tibial teeth, that is most likely a dung beetle. Also, one really interesting factoid, I'm not sure what you can do with this information, but it's still interesting, is a lot of the dung beetle males have horns. This one here at the end, you can actually see has like a shield protrusion / horn that's like above its head. And they've done some studies showing that based on the nutritional value of feed that they get in their larval stage is determined directly to how big that horn grows. So obviously if they have greater nutrition as a larva, they have a bigger horn, and if they don't, they have a smaller horn. And if you have a smaller horn, you consider it a minor male. If you've got a big horn, you're a major male, and the major males reproduce more. So you want to have a big horn.